They had been told that Zora was adopted the day before we found her dead.
Shannon Miranda, he's selling himself as a no-kill sanctuary for animals where they can live their lives out, yet he is routinely, according to all of these sheriff's court records, shooting dogs and burying them in his yard. There's always this common story he tells, which is the dog got out, killed a cat, or the dog got out, killed another dog. There's no usually any verification that he can provide, but he has these stories about why these dogs are put down.
He advertises as a no-kill. He's taking money.
Saying these animals have sanctuary, they'll
live the rest of their life here if he can't adopt them. It's all, bullshit.
You're a silly girl. Oh, you go.
A dog named Zora out of Oakland.
Ready?
Big, black brindle, cane corso female, looked like she probably had a litter young, had been found like as a stray in like the Oakland Hills back in February of this year. Animal control picks up the dog, brings him back to the shelter in Oakland, a very urban shelter, commonly having overflowing with dogs. Zora comes in and Zora's, doing really well on all of her behavioral tests with the volunteers who check how they do with other dogs and how they do with people. And the notes all say like the dog was super kind and warm and gentle, but she's a big dog. She's a breed that sometimes can be scary for people. They're massive, so not everyone can adopt a dog like that. She'd often be in her kennel, like kind of looking off, like almost like looking for someone. They thought like she probably had an owner she was looking for. As she stayed at Oakland longer, they get kennel anxiety and she was constantly pacing around. She winds up going to Miranda's.
I'd see dogs come in and dogs go. I'd see the vans come delivering the dogs. I knew dogs were getting killed. And I was doing everything I could think of.
She gets a notification that picks up Shannon Miranda on his red tractor with what looks like a bunch of hay covering a half dozen or so dead dogs.
He texted them stating that Zora was adopted and shot her that next day, and we dug her up that same night that he dumped her.
This dog just had all the bad luck in the world and wound up the worst fate in this pit with a bullet hole. So that really upset me.
The hotties right over there.
After Zora's death, Oakland Animal Services learned they had one surviving dog at Miranda's. His name was Redwood, a pit bull mix with short legs, or a lowrider as many called him. He had stayed in Oakland for about a month before going to Miranda's, with no aggression or history of biting. But when they tried to get Redwood back, Miranda refused to return him.
So there's the big famous Redwood from OAS. They're not getting back because they're just going to kill him. They're not getting him back.
They're not even taking him back.
They're not taking. No, they want him back. They're going to euthanize him.
Oh, yeah.
That's when Rachel Speckenbach stepped in.
I told him I was from Garberville. He never even asked my name, even when I was there. I never gave him my first name or anything like that.
After hearing Redwood's story, Rachel set out to adopt him from Miranda's rescue and bring him back to Oakland.
Hi there, Shannon Miranda, calling you back about a dog named Redwood. Give me a call back on my cell. Thank you.
I just remained really friendly with Shannon. I went up on a Sunday. He had Redwood in one of those front kennels. All of a sudden it got very intense, and he was like, "You're not going to give him to OAS, right? Because they'll kill him." And I was like, "Oh, what's OAS? What?" I don't, kind of acting naive. Shannon had told me this in text, telling me that Redwood kills cats, and he's killed cats before. We did walk past farm cats, I noticed, and he had no reaction to them. It just didn't seem like it matched his personality.
He's a good boy.
I signed the form, paid him $100 in cash. He didn't ask for ID or anything.
Good boy.
We just took our 5-hour drive down. I went through like the Avenue of Giants a bit. I wanted to bring Redwood into the Redwoods. It was like happy to be free.
Wow.
It was emotional to see him just like so happy and like running around. And also just to meet his adopter.
I didn't know any of the story. I just saw a really kind of happy dog that kind of would fit our overall family unit. I think that he's going to fit in really well because his temperament is very similar to our last dog that just passed away. So I'm looking forward to barbecuing in the backyard and like doing all that stuff.
Yes.
I'm happy I got him when I did. People could heal by seeing him, and he could heal obviously.
Okay, I don't know how to pick you up just yet, but we're going to figure it out.
Good. Love you. Deserve it.
It's hard not to want to go take every dog because they all have their own story and people who love them. But at least I could save one dog.